1989 score football cards, 10 most valuable. Even more so than their counterparts on the diamond, 1989 score football cards helped to change the football card hobby forever. Lining up against Topps and Newcomer Pro Set in the fall of 1989, Score parlayed their 2-year base in the hobby into a debut that featured what everybody wanted: rookie cards. Not just any rookie cards either, but cards of guys who had just been drafted that spring, like Tony Mandarich and Sammy Smith, and plenty of guys who had a little more success than those first 2-rounders. In fact, reading through this list of the most valuable 1989 Score football cards may give you the urge to head out to Canton and visit the Hall of Fame bust of some of these young dudes. Rankings based on PSA 9 prices culled from the PSA Sports Market Report price guide. See the link in our description for current prices. 1989 Score Barry Sanders, rookie card, number 257. Sanders may not hold any of the most glamorous rushing records, but there are plenty of fans who consider him to be the best at the position. Still, there are plenty with that opinion, even though Barry retired at just 30 years of age and seemingly still at his peak. While Lions supporters still feel the sting of that move, the rest of us can revel in Sanders' Score rookie card on the top of this list mountain. 1989 Score Deion Sanders, rookie card, number 246. Neon Deion was the other two-sport athlete who followed Bo to the NFL and Major League Baseball in the late 1980s. And while Bo may have had a higher talent ceiling and a heavier impact on the hobby, it was Sanders who built a long enough career to become a football Hall of Famer. Sanders was electric on both types of fields, and he still holds enough sway in the hobby today. 1989 Score Troy Aikman, rookie card, number 270. Aikman left one glamorous position for another when the Dallas Cowboys drafted him out of UCLA in 1989. He stepped right into the fire of a smoldering boys franchise that fall and withstood a 1-15 season, confident that better days were ahead. And thanks to developing an incoming talent like Michael Irvin, Emmitt Smith, Darryl Johnston, Ken Norton, Darren Woodson, and many others, Aikman was right. By 1996, the Cowboys had won 3 Super Bowls, and Aikman was well on his way to Canton. 1989 Score Steve Atwater, rookie card, number 263. Atwater caught on with the Broncos right at the end of their 1980s run that saw them lose 3 Super Bowls with John Elway in the pocket. And like Elway, the all-pro free safety hung on through the lean 1990s to find himself on 2 Super Bowl winners in 1998 and 1999, thanks to strong defensive pieces around him and amped-up offensive weapons like Shannon Sharpe and Terrell Davis. 1989 Score Michael Irvin, rookie card, number 18. From the very onset of his NFL career, Irvin had some problems with attitude and off-field shenanigans. But he kept it together well enough to post 7 1,000-yard seasons, missing an 8th in 1996 by just 38 yards. And there would have been no Cowboy rings without Irvin. And he lines up here as another Hall of Famer. 1989 Score Rod Woodson, rookie card, number 78. Woodson spent the first decade of his career as one of the game's best cornerbacks for a series of strong late 1980s and 1990s Pittsburgh Steelers teams. After a season with the 49ers in 1997, Woodson settled in with the Ravens and in 1999 moved to free safety. It was a concession to time in some ways, as Woodson lost a step at 34 years of age. But he led the NFL in interceptions with 7 for the first time that season, a feat he would repeat 3 years later for the Raiders with 8. It all added up to a bust in Canton. 1989 Score Tim Brown, rookie card, number 86. How cool would it have been to have 2 Heisman Trophy winners on the same team? Ask the Raiders, who counted both Marcus Allen and Tim Brown among their superstars from 1988 when Brown arrived, through 1992 when Allen left for the Chiefs. For his part, Brown stuck around through 2003 before wrapping up with a 1-year stint in Tampa Bay. Along the way, the Notre Dame legend caught nearly 1,100 passes for close to 15,000 yards and even 100 touchdowns. Good enough for the Hall of Fame. 1989 Score Derrick Thomas, rookie card, number 258. Thomas was dominant from the jump in the NFL, recording 10 sacks in his rookie season with the Chiefs. It only got better from there as his 20 sacks led the NFL in 1990, and he amassed 126.5 before his premature death in 2000. He is another Hall of Famer. 1989 score, Chris Carter, rookie card, number 72. Like Brown, Carter spent much of his career in the impossible shadow cast by Jerry Rice from the West Coast. But the Ohio State product turned himself into a Vikings legend on the back of two 122-catch seasons, 1,101 snags for nearly 14,000 yards, and a ridiculous 130 touchdowns. 1989 score, Thurman Thomas, rookie card, number 211. Those 1990s Bills were tough to watch because you knew they'd get to the Super Bowl every year, and you knew they'd wipe out in the big game. But man, those were some great teams with some great players, like Pete Metzelaars, Bruce Smith, Jim Kelly, Andre Reed, and Thurman Thomas. Without Thomas jamming the rock down the gullet of opposing defenses to the tune of more than 12,000 yards, the Bills would have never even had a shot at a ring. Thomas sits here as another Hall of Famer. Like our video? Then like our video and subscribe to our channel. WaxPackGods.com